Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest addition to our inventory. None other than a 1956 Chevrolet Bel Air Convertible. Oh my goodness, what an absolutely beautiful car in every sense of the word. You're going to want to watch all this stuff from start to finish because we're going to do a walk around, we're going to do a cold start, get all the details of this really, really well done automobile. Beautiful color combination on this car, needless to say. Now, you can click on the link in the description and that will also take you right to our website, and you have the pricing and more information on this car as well. Plus, you have access to our over 100 additional collector vehicles we currently have on inventory on our sales floor. So take a look at that website. Remember, that is www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. Well, let's get into the details of the third 1955, 6 and 7, the Tri-Chevys. Oh, I tell you, it's one of those days. Sometimes we have days like this. But, you know, the Tri-Five Chevys, I mean, 55, 6 and 7 is kind of one of those really neat cars. They just were so popular, and they're so popular even today. Of course, 55 is the first year for the V8, the 265, and none other than a 265 resides in this car as well. Nice thing about this car is it's an unusual, great color to me. Pinecrest green with the India ivory on the back portion, whatever. You just don't see that color very often, and boy, does it stand out in a crowd. You go to the local car show with this one, oh, you'll be the only one there, needless to say, in all likeliness. And remember, in this time and era when people were buying cars, you had to check off the box for everything that you wanted. If you wanted, as this car has, the front accessory bumper guard, you wanted the wire basket hubcaps that really look like a wire wheel, but it's a hubcap, you had to special order that. Said, you know, I really want a spotlight. I mean, those are all the things that you got to check out the box. I want the AM radio. Someone checked out, and we don't know 100% for certain, but it currently has a factory air conditioning on this car. Boy, talk about a rare option, needless to say. It is something that you just didn't see. It was 20% of the price of the car back then. So to find that in a convertible is really, really unusual. And take a look. That's another reason to watch the entire video, start to finish, because we'll have great pictures, details of the engine compartment. You'll be able to see all that. They also checked off the little box that said power steering. Power steering is another one of those really, really wonderful options that, you know, a lot of these cars didn't have. They got a steering wheel as big as a Mack truck steering wheel for the very reason that many of them didn't come with power steering. But if you were in this day and age and this guy said, I want that stuff, he checked it off and now he got power steering. Great for going to the car shows and parking and all that kind of good stuff. Also, it does, of course, have a power convertible top, which goes up and down with a mere flip of the switch. So if you happen to go out on a cruising day and you misjudge the weather and you got to do it, within a minute or so you can have that top up in place and get yourself all protected from the rain if that's the case. Yes, now, I mean, take a look at the interior in this car. Beautiful, you know, green with the fabric and whatnot, a green carpet, a nice dash. This car is very, very original in many, many respects. Original steering wheel, what I mentioned earlier, you know, power steering was really a nice option, but I mean, that's why they had these big steering wheels in those days. You know, Bel Air, of course, was the top of the line, and I mean, 1956, they made a few little changes from the 55, had a fuller grille, I mean, longer, flatter hood. I love the hood birds. Oh my gosh, as a kid, that was one of my favorite things when you were sitting in the passenger seat looking at like the car was going down the road and you were flying an airplane, something like that. But yeah, in the speaker deal, it says Bel Air. Someone ordered this with the AM radio, the clock, and a spotlight to boot. You know, the spotlights, you wonder why they had those. Well, you couldn't read house signs. They didn't have house lights or whatever. So this was something that you could flash in the house and you could see what was going on. Beautiful, like I said, everything is just so well done. And it has a Continental Kit to boot. I mean, that really adds the prestige and uniqueness to this given car. And it's got lots of room in that trunk. You got a couple of sets of golf clubs you got to get in, go down to the club, by golly, you got a lot of room in that trunk. Dual exhaust. with the 265. You know, these are all 12-volt cars now, starting in 55, of course. And the V8 engine is just really gives it more than enough power to go running down the road, if that's what you're looking for. But yes, it's one of those things. These cars are just really, really unique, and everyone knows, you know, 55, 6, and 7 Chevys, just always going to be one of those popular cars forever and a day. I really think so. Now, you can also find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you know, TikTok. Give us a like, leave us a comment or subscribe. We appreciate it very much because it really can give you more information on this car, our current inventory. And as something kind of fun, it'll have some of the cars we've sold in the past as well. That's why you really want to make sure that if you're looking for a given car, to check our current inventory at ellingsonmotorcars.com, because some of that stuff may have been sold and you miss that opportunity. May it's your first old car or your 100th. You know, there's odds are there's something here on the sales floor at Ellingson's that's going to just tickle your fancy. And what's better, like I said, than a Tri-Five Chevy? I mean, they are just one of those cars that just is always going to be popular, needless to say. Now, if you're like me, you're going to say, I really like videos. It's great to hear the car run and we can do all that stuff, but I got to come down in person and look. Hey, you're more than welcome to come on down to Ellingson's. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So if you got to come, touch it, really look at it, put your eyes on it, hey, I appreciate you that more than you can ever imagine. Give us a call, 763-428-7337, and we will do our very best to answer any and all questions you have on this car, any of our inventory, or just in general. We are kind of knowledgeable folks. Been here almost 30 years doing this, so we got a little bit of information up in the old noggin up here, to say the least. So if you're really looking for that first Tri-Five Chevy, you want a convertible, and you want something that's got V8 power, you got the automatic Powerglide transmission, anyone can jump in this car. It's got power steering. Anyone can jump in this car, drive it to wherever you want to go, to the local car show, go wherever. It's just something that's really nice. If you say, well, I live in California, how do I get to? Well, we can help you find shipping. We are good at finding sources that do that sort of stuff. We can also lead you in a direction if you need financing. A lot of the banks don't really know what a 56 Tri-Five Chevy is, so we've got several sources we can send you to that they can help you get that financing arranged so you can have the dream car. This could be sitting in your garage. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Just waiting for you to put a little polish on it. So the other thing I always tell you, join the local Chevy Club, the Tri-Five Chevy Club. Join those. There's always people that have same interests as you. They love the cars. There's always Mr. Wrench. If you have a question mechanically, they can help you with that kind of stuff. And it's just a fun thing to do. So with that all being said, like I said, check out our website, ellingsonmotorcars.com. Your dream car could be sitting right here. See you next time.